just have a few minutes left. I had a pretty good counter with that same 8-pointer that I saw this morning that I rattled in. Like I said, he's just not what I'm looking for, so I'm going to get down, check these cards before I go. And I'll look at them tonight when I get back, and I'll let you know what's on there. And I'll come up with a game plan tomorrow. Alright, it's November 5th. It is super calm. It's supposed to be like this all day, which is not good for hunting. Makes it very difficult to get away with anything, but I checked my camera last night where I hunted yesterday, and I have no pictures of that big 10-pointer. So, I mean, that either means he's not using that food plot anymore, or he, moved. So I'm hunting an area of the farm where I've gotten pictures of him in the past, not often, but I do get some every once in a while. Like I said, I haven't checked this camera either, but I'm right in the middle of a huge chunk of woods. It's November 6th. Got a south wind, about 8-9 miles an hour. I'm sitting on this ridge. I'm just down below my dad's barn in this big ravine on the edge of this ridge. And these deer come up in here in bed. It's real thick. I've always had good hunts when I hunt in here. Just got up a little later than I wanted to get to the other farm, so I just stayed here, and the wind's supposed to change, so I'll be getting out and moving, but I'm not really sure what's in this area of the farm.
Alright, it's November 7th, day 4 of my Missouri Rut hunt, and I'm in the stand that I hung midday yesterday. It sets up pretty good. There's probably 4 or 5 ravines that all meet here in the middle, and then this ditch runs through the center of the woods. And I have a north wind right on the inside corner of this cornfield. The tracks are just crazy. And there's a bunch of trails that cut across all these ditches. But my wind should be blowing over the deer down here, down through that valley. And this finger of woods right here leads all.
Alright, man, I'm getting pretty frustrated. It's about 1:40. The winds are north-northwest. I check them on the ground, find a tree, get up in it, and now my wind is blowing right onto the food plot. Alright, it's November 8th. And I'm up in our main woods, up on a ridge where there's like 4 ridges that all meet together. I got a camera over here, and last week I had several good bucks on it. I got in here good and early, and while I was setting up, I had a really big buck walk right down this trail in front of me. I couldn't tell what it was, but I could see his body and I could see his rack, and he was huge. So, once the wind picks up a little bit more, I'll tell you more about this spot. But alright, everybody, it's November 11th, and I'm headed into my spot. I'm out in the middle of this cornfield right now, and it's like 20-mile-an-hour winds. It's snowing. I'm not a ton sure how much filming I'm going to be due before this snow stops, but I went in last night about 9 o'clock and hung a stand down in this deep ditch just on the south side of a bedding area. I got a north wind, and I'm just on the south side, so I'm hoping these bucks will cruise through there in these deep ditches. I think the deer are all going to be down in these ditches because it's so windy. And the high today is like 22 degrees, real feels in the single digits. So it's going to be a rough morning probably in the stand. But just want to do a quick interview before I get in there. So we're going to go ahead and head in.
Alright, well, it's a little after 10, and I climbed down out of the other stand about 8:45, and I was going to head in, and tomorrow the wind's supposed to be west, which is perfect for the spot that I'm in right now, but when I was in here setting it up, I mean, this is so thick, I mean, this is right in the bedding area. When I was setting up, a nice buck went running through. I was halfway up the tree, he was chasing a doe, grunting, and then 3 does came through, all while I was setting up, so I decided to sit here. My wind's blowing over this ditch over here, and they came from right downwind. They didn't smell me, so I don't know if my wind's blowing over their back there or what, but the majority of the bedding is to the north of me, and I have a north wind, so I'm in pretty good shape. There's a nice big trail comes right down through here. There's one that comes off the cornfield and comes in, and then the one the deer, that buck was on, and the other one's like maybe 20-25 yards. I don't have the best shooting, but I do have some openings, so I think I'm going to sit in here for a while. Maybe I can catch a buck cruising in this bedding area. Alright, it's 12:30, and just saw another buck down here. I'm just kind of cruising. It was a smaller one, but, keeps me confident that the big boy doesn't have a doe he's going to move, so. Still super windy, but I made it to 12:30, so I might as well stay. I got 4 more hours, and I mean, I'm right in the thickest bedding you can get in, so I would think my chances are pretty good at least seeing some more deer today. Wind's not perfect, but it's not bad. So I'm gonna grab, luckily I packed a sandwich. So I'm gonna get that out, eat that, and hopefully we have some action this afternoon. I know, I had that buck chase a doe by when I was hanging the stand, and then I had another buck over here chasing. So chances are I'll see something else. Man, I wish I could get this on video. I got 2 bucks chasing a doe up here. I can't get them on video though. They've been running back and forth, and I thought they were going to come my way, but then she took a turn and went back up into the other woods. It's only 150. It's 150. I've seen quite a bit of movement since noon. I had a doe come through, a little doe come through. I got a doe down here below me, and then I had a doe over here to my north come through. That's exciting. Hopefully they come back this way. Yes. Oh my gosh. I don't think I got him on video. I'm so sorry I didn't get the kill on video. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but he picked me out of the tree. I hit the tree over here. But man, I don't know what buck that is. That is a beautiful buck. I don't even know what time it is. It's 4:30. This buck came down this ditch. He came up this ditch, this thick ditch. And I grunted at him, and he heard it, and man, he came right in. Whew. I'm not sure what kind of footage it is, but I think it's a pretty darn nice buck.
You get one?
Yeah, I just busted one.
Really? A
Yeah.
big one?
Yeah, he's big. I don't know. I don't even know what. I'm not even sure what deer it is. I think it's a 10-pointer. Man, I had great footage of him coming in, and I don't think I got him on my video camera. But his head was in the frame, but then he jumped in the frame, and I got him running. But he ran down. And I watched him pile up. So there's very little track job we got to do.
Okay.
Day 6, 30-mile-an-hour north winds, 20 degrees. I sat all day. It is 4:30. I had 11 deer within bow range between 10 and 3. And I just grunted this big buck in. I am right in the middle. Well, not in the middle, but I'm right in a bedding area. And I think that's the only way I was going to get it done today with 30-mile-an-hour winds. But I got my dad coming. I'm going to climb down. Alright, my dad's here to help me. I'm pretty sure I saw this buck go down, I don't know, maybe 100 yards. But I want to follow the blood trail and check my arrow. I was going to try to shoot him right there. He stopped, and then as soon as I was getting ready to draw back, he moved. Arrow looks awesome. That's what we like to see right there. Blood covered arrow. Pretty sure I double lunged him. You hold that. Sure does make it a lot easier to find it. Cute. Pulls up. There. Alright. Already got good blood. There he is right there. Are we all in it?
Yep.
Oh man, he stinks. Alright guys, we found him. He didn't go but 100 yards. And I don't think I have any pictures of this deer, but I bet he's a 4.5, 5-year-old deer for sure. Big old body on him. Nice rack. Both his G4s are broke off, but I sat all day. It was 30-mile-an-hour winds. It was about 20 degrees today. And I started out in one spot this morning and I didn't see any deer. It just wasn't thick enough, so I pulled the set at about 9 a.m. and I moved over to this section of the farm that's been TSI'd before my dad bought it. And it's just thick, and I
Went into the first ridge where I kind of wanted to be, found a tree, got up in there, and I saw 11 deer, or actually I had 11 deer within bow range between 10 and 3, and then it was about 4:30. I saw this guy, cutting this bottom of this ravine, and I grunted him into 20 yards, and the rest is history. So before it gets dark, my dad and I are going to try to get this thing out of here. Of course, they always run to the deepest ditch there is near, so not sure how we're going to do that, but what an awesome hunt. This was day 6, Missouri, and I couldn't be happier.